And I'm going to share screen. Okay, everybody see that okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, very good. Okay, so any questions, comments? Anything we've done, anything we haven't done? Okay, let me just make sure I've got all of this on here. Okay, very good. So I believe the last time we did the Toph and the Toph, did we not? This look familiar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And we did this as well, right? The other Toph?
Yeah. I think we ended with Chaf.
I think you're right too.
Because that's the last place I put notes on my page. Was with Chaf. So we didn't do, I don't think we did the final Chaf or Kaf.
Right. And also this Zion, the Z. Looks like a Z, right? Zigzag, zuzza, right? Dump, dump, dump. Like this too. Okay. I just want to point that out as well. All right. Yeah. I think we went through this. This is a Kaf, right? It's got the little, it looks like a backwards C actually. And it's got the dagish, that little dot in the middle. It's called the dagish. And that's what makes it a K. And if you take that dagish out of it, it's a softer K, which is a Ch. That's actually a soft K, you know, and it basically sounds like you're gargling, like you're going Ch. K, Ch. You're back here. Okay. And each one of these letters, the Kaf and the Chaf, have a corresponding final word, final letter. So, let's start with line 1 and let's do some reading. Okay. Okay. Lech,
Lech.
lecha,
Lecha.
beshiv,
Bashiv.
Beshev.
right? Beshiv,
Techa.
techa. Very good. That's
Techa.
okay. I'll go over that in a minute again. Beshach,
Beshach.
becha,
Becha.
belech,
Belech.
Tech.
techa.
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 Good. Leva,
Lecha.
leva, va. That's a va.
Leva.
Leva.
Right.
Lecha.
Vacha. Good.
Vacha.
Leba. Leva.
Leva.
Vecha.
Vecha.
Okay. What do you, all right. So this is a word. It means go. And this is a word. It means lecha, to you. Remember how we said le means to, and it's also a prefix that comes before a word. When you see a ha at the end of a word, it is a suffix that means your.
Your.
Your, right, as a male your.
Your as in possessive, yours,
Yes.
or you are. You are.
No, possessive, second person, male possessive.
So your.
Right. Now, funnily enough, lech means go. It's a command form, go. Holech means going. Lech means go. So if I said go home, lech lebayit, or lech buy it, go home. Buy it as home. Okay? Lecha is yours. Lech is your feminine, second person.
Lech.
Right. Okay. So these words, do they sound familiar? Beshiv techa, beshach bacha, velech techa, levavacha, levavecha. Do those words ring a bell to anyone?
From the Shema?
Shema.
Yes, very good. It's from the Shema.
Yeah.
Now, you will see words like this one. B'shivtecha. So shave means rest, Shabbat, right? Rest, right? It can also mean stay or dwell. So when you see a word, b'shivtecha, when you stay, okay, ba is in, shiv. See that word Shabbat in there? Shivta, right? When you stay. Now, look at this taf. And look at this. We have a word with two silent, where you have two letters and you have two silent vowels together. Okay, those two silent vowels are together.
Yeah.
There are words that are like that. Okay, b'shach b'cha, b'lech techa, when you are going. Okay, when that happens, the first letter with the silent vowel is after the letter before it that typically has a vowel. So you would say b'shiv, okay? The next letter with the silent vowel right next to it gets its own syllable. So in this word, b'shiv techa, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. B'shiv techa. Same thing with this word. B'shach b'cha. And the second letter, not always, but most of the time, will have a dagesh in it. So that's another function of the dagesh. When you have a word where you have two letters next to each other, each one with a silent vowel, typically the second letter of that pair will have a dagesh, and that's to emphasize it. B'shach b'cha. Now, here's an interesting word. Levavacha. It means your heart. Now, the word for heart is lev. So you would think, well, why isn't it just levacha? Right? Why the two veits? In Kabbalah, they say there are two veits because everybody has two hearts, a good heart and a bad heart. So when you love God with all your heart, with both your hearts, the good heart and the bad heart, the good and the evil. Okay. Yes.
What again? Lecha. This is that you go.
No, lech is you go. It's a command.
Lech lecha is one of the parshas, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's the third parsha. Lech lecha. Go to you. Go for.
To
So
you.
let them be good 2 or 4. And this is what God was telling Abraham. Okay, go to a land that I'm going to tell you, the place that you have not known. Lech lecha. Go for yourself. That's basically, it's like an idiom. So ancient Hebrew is not a specific language. It's very conceptual. You will find words that, don't have specific meanings, but have general meanings. Okay, like here, like the word Shabbat or shave, b'shavtecha. Okay, what do we get out of that? We get the word sit, which is shave, right? Yoshev. We get the word stay. Okay, we get the word rest because you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there. You're staying there, right? You're sitting. You're not doing anything. So it's all conceptual, and that's ancient Hebrew, and that's why sometimes it's challenging to translate Torah, and you'll see different translations. Depends on somebody's point of view. Okay. So line 2. Uvchal.
Uvchal.
All.
All.
Right. Chal is all or every. Depends on how.
Uvchal.
Odecha.
Meodecha.
Right.
Meodecha.
Now the word ma'od means very, but me'odecha means might. With all your soul, with all your heart, with all your might. B'chol me'odecha. Okay. Leva.
Levav
Necha.
necha. Levav necha.
Levanecha. All your children.
Question.
Yes.
What's the yud in there? Wasn't that a necha?
Necha, right.
What happened to the yud sound?
Well, with the it doesn't really affect the sound too much.
Oh. Okay. Lecha.
So why is that yud there? I don't
Mhm.
know.
Okay.
If it was a, you would drag it out.
Nei. Yeah.
Levanecha. So you might want to consider dragging that out too. Levanecha.
Thank you.
Remember, in languages, especially in Hebrew, you have ranges of sound. Okay, a and are really kind of the same sound. One is longer, one is shorter, right? But in Hebrew, you've got three. You've got a, and a. And they all kind of merge now in modern conversation. We're all kind of like a. Yadecha,
Yadecha.
your hand.
Yadecha.
Einecha,
Your eyes.
your eyes. That's right. Einecha. It's almost like
Einecha.
an A. It's an A, but it's almost like an A.
Yeah.
Yeva,
Yava.
re,
Re.
Ve.
cha. Now this is a little challenge.
What's that? Kaha.
Yevarechacha.
Kaha.
Yura.
Akacha.
Yuvarechecha.
Chaha.
Yevarecha.
Kecha.
Chacha. Chacha. Chacha.
Chaha.
Chacha.
Oh, that's hard.
It is hard.
Chacha.
You get a sore throat. I used to tell the kids, I want to hear sore throats when I get done with it.
Chacha.
Yura.
Yevarecha.
Are. Vechecha.
You will be blessed.
You will be blind.
Yep. Yevarech.
Yevarecha.
Yeva-
No.
No, just Yevarech.
Yevare.
Right. See, you've got a silent
Uh-huh.
vowel in that. So
Re.
it's eh. This is
Rech.
really, I'm going to say this is the only, not really, but there are two final letters that can actually take vowels, and that's what you're seeing. Even though it's a final letter, it can take a vowel. It can take one of two vowels. It can take this chametz, that's what it's called, the cha, l'cha, or it can take a silent vowel.
I have a question
Yes.
before we get too far along. So going back up to the very top of this page where it shows the final kaf and the final kaf,
Right.
it shows final kaf with a dagesh, correct?
Right. That makes it a pad, not a cha.
So is there anywhere in biblical Hebrew where that dagesh, because I noticed that all of the vowels are, instead of being under the letter like most other Hebrew letters, it's to the side. Is it possible that that could be confused with the vowel that makes the E sound?
No,
Ooh.
because neither of these letters ever have an E vowel.
Okay.
Never have what?
An E vowel. Now, let me show you something. As long as you've brought that up, let me show you something.
So if there was a word that had the sound he, it would be a chet instead of a
No, it
cha.
would be a cha, but it would never be a final.
Right. But you wouldn't use the kaf to make that sound. You would use the
No, you
chet
could use the cha. There are words with a
to
chi.
make a he.
Yeah, but not at the end of the word.
Oh, okay. So are there some Hebrew words though that have that sound at the end of the word?
No.
He but they wouldn't use a kaf, they would use
Yes,
a
you would use a chi and then maybe a yud. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the ashrei. Okay. See that word right here?
Which one are you?
Avare.
Avareka.
Avarecha. Avarech.
See how
Avarecha.
Oh, avarecha. Ah, I see.
avareka.
Avareka.
That's right.
Avarecha. Ah.
Now you don't really see this in modern Hebrew.
Right.
You only see it in biblical Hebrew. Okay. Also, you will see in a few places in the Torah And in some prayers, this final nun will also take an ah. It'll take the same ah, the one that looks like a T, this one. But you don't see it very often, like tienina. And a lot of times in modern Hebrew, when they spell tienina, instead of having an ah right here, where it would be on the ha, they have this nun, and then a hey. But there are,
Oh,
but there are some words in biblical Hebrew, just a couple, where you'll have a na, like tienina. I forget what that word means, but it ends with this final nun and then an ah.
Hmm.
Yes, banana.
so I'm always bandana. I'm always getting confused between the nun sofit, the kaf sofit, the ha sofit, the
Okay.
ending, because they look
Yes,
so much alike.
yes, they do, but here's the difference. Bandana. I'm gonna say that a few times. Bandana.
That's okay.
Here's the nun sofit, the final nun. And here's the kaf sofit.
Yeah,
See the difference? What's the difference?
I do see the difference. Well, the kaf sofit doesn't have that little crook in it,
Well, it kind of
and it's flatter,
got a longer.
longer. I mean, they really do look.
They
I-
do. They do.
So I think one is the longest, one is longer, right? But
Well, they're both the same, but see,
oh,
this and this are the same length. The big difference is on top.
the flat
Yeah, this is just a font. A lot of times you'll just see a long straight line. What a lot of people get confused is this, the final nun,
and the vav.
the bob, yes.
Yeah, sure. Me too.
So in fact, then you've got the yud, the vav, and the final nun. They're all basically the same thing, but they're all just different longer versions of each other. Short, middle, long, real long. Also, look at this, the final chaf, excuse me, and the resh.
Oh yeah.
See, this one
Mm.
goes below the line, it's longer. And remember, they take the chaf, the chet, and they pull this base down, and that's how they get this. Same thing with the nun. They take the nun, and they pull this base down, and they get the final nun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any more questions on that one? Okay. So you've got the final and this one. Let me make this a little bigger if I can. There we go. Okay, so now those are all good questions, by the way, and it confuses a lot of people. I mean, it's a typical, it really is. A lot of people, have a tough time with it. But remember, when they first started Hebrew, how did they write this? What did they do to write this stuff? They chiseled it out on caves.
Stones.
Yeah, on stone, right. So that's why they're so blocky looking.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through. Let's spend a little bit more time on this. Lech,
Yeah.
Lech,
tech.
Yeah.
tech.
Mhm.
Okay.
Avicha,
Avicha.
avicha, your father. Avicha, your father for a man.
Avicha.
Right.
Avich.
Avich, your,
Avich.
yes, your father if you're talking to a woman.
Oh.
Avicha is your father, male. Avich,
Vich.
father, female. Imecha.
Imecha.
So if I was talking to Scott, I'd say your mother. Imech. If I was talking
Imech.
to you, Bandana or Sheila, I would say your mother.
Okay.
See? Imecha,
Imech.
imech.
Mech.
Okay, here's some fun words.
Arecha.
Areka, areka.
Areka.
Yep. Odeka.
Odek.
Yeah, from Hallel.
Deka.
Odeka, ni anitani, right?
Mimeka.
Mimeka, from you, or from your,
Me, mecha.
Mimeka,
Mimeka.
Mimeka, not Mimeka, Mimeka,
Right.
that's your Dagish.
Mimeka.
Okay, so from these letters, now we can start praying. Number 4. Baruch,
Baruch.
Hu,
Who,
Ubaruch,
Ubaruch,
Ubaruch.
Shemo.
Shemo.
Mo.
Now, does this
Shemo.
sound familiar?
Yes.
What does it sound familiar at? Where have you heard that before? Yes, if I'm up there praying as the rabbi, I'm leading a prayer service, and I say,
Baruch.
Atah Adonai, what do you say? You say Baruch,
Baruch. Hu.
which means you're acknowledging,
He.
yep,
Him.
you're acknowledging the prayer. Okay. All prayers in Hebrew, in Judaism, start this way. Baruch
Baruch atah Adonai.
I don't know.
Atah Adonai. That's right. And some of the longer prayers will continue.
Eloheinu.
Eloheinu,
Melech
Melech
haolam.
ha'olam.
Melech, good. Ha'olam. Okay. So the shorter prayers, Baruch atah Adonai, like Ga'al Yisrael. The longer prayers, Baruch atah Adonai, and remember that's our abbreviation for God. Eloheinu melech ha'olam. Hamotzi lachem min haaretz, right? Who gives us the bread of the earth. Okay. And this is from our morning blessings. Shelo.
Shalom.
Okay, so she is also a prefix that means that. Lo is no or not.
No.
It's not. Asani
Asani
Eved.
Aded.
Right. Asani.
Ahed. No.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Aded.
A slave. Or Aved.
Ave. Oops.
Okay. Shalo Asani, who has not, Asani made me. There's that E ending. Aved,
Aved.
right? Some more prayers. Baruch,
Baruch
Atah,
atah Adonai.
Adonai, Eloheinu,
Eloheinu. Melech
Melech, King, Ha'olam,
haolam.
Ozer,
Ozeh.
Yisrael,
Ozeh.
Big Vu Ra.
Big
Big Vu.
Vu-Ra.
Yep. And that's also from our morning blessings, or when we do that whole laundry list. Okay. 9. Adonai,
Adonai.
Melech,
Melech.
Adonai,
Adonai. Melech.
Malach, Adonai, Yimloch,
Imlo.
Leolam,
Leolam.
Va'ed.
Va'ed.
Okay, so Melech is king, but Melech also means ruled. So Melech and Malach are basically the same word, but
Mhm.
depending how you enunciate it or pronounce it, makes it past or present. Melech, and of course it's context, right? Melech can mean king, but when it can be used as a verb, as a present verb. Adonai Melech, God rules. Adonai Malach, God ruled. Adonai Yimloch will rule, le'olam, forever and ever. Notice that olam means world. It
World.
also means forever. Welcome to ancient Hebrew. Okay, now 11. Eli.
Eli.
Remember, El is God. You put the E at the end, it means my. Eli, my God.
Eli.
Atah,
Atah.
you, my God, you. Va'odeka.
Ve'odecha.
And I will give, you are my God, Eli, you are my God, and I will give thanks. Okay. Let's look at a biblical commandment. Kaved. There's that et again, right?
Et
Direct participle, direct
avi
avicha,
avicha
va'et,
va'et
imecha.
imecha
Yep, mecha.
mecha
Back here. Hebrew spoken back here. So we've been pronouncing
imecha.
letters like we're English speakers. But if I was going to speak 11, if I was going to say 11 like an Israeli, Eli ata va'odeka. V'chol banaich limodei Adonai. Back here. Okay, I'll leave you folks to do lesson 36, which is kind of a review on your own. And I would encourage you to do that, to like look at some of these. These are very interesting biblical verses. Also, what is this? Aim
Im
Kelohenu.
ein Eloheinu Keloheinu.
Elohenu. There you go. Aim Kelohenu. There it is, right here. Here's a fun word. Here's a fun phrase. Banayach,
Benaiah,
Anaya
Bonayach.
Bonaiah.
Banayach, your children. Bonayach are your builders. And if you want to know what prayer to say when you're eating and it doesn't fit into any category, Baruch,
Baruch,
Atah,
Ata
Adonai,
Eloheinu Melech
Melech,
Haolam
Olam,
Shehakol,
Shachakol
Niyeh,
Yeh
Bidvaro.
Vivaro,
By whose command that for
Niyeh.
everything Niyeh we
Bidvaro.
were Bidvaro created. And this is what you would say for a dairy product or protein or meat. Okay, now, if this wasn't confusing, now we have a ha. Another ha. And what letter does this look like?
He. It looks like hay.
It looks like a hay.
Right, so this is a ha,
Hole.
and this is a ha. And the only difference is that you have a hole here,
Closed.
nothing there. It's just one big thing. So this is a ha, and this is a ha,
Ha.
and this is a ha.
Ha. Yeah. Pourquoi?
Oh, okay, so going back to and this is a chet, as in chuppah, chuppah.
Het.
Let's do line one. Ha,
Ka,
ha,
Ha.
ha,
He.
ha,
hay,
ha.
Hey.
hay,
Okay, this is
Okay.
ha,
Eh.
this is hey.
Hey. Hey.
Good, and this is he,
He.
and this is he.
He.
he,
Good. This is
Who.
who,
Who.
who,
He.
ho,
Ho.
and ho.
Ho.
Good. Okay, let's learn some words. Hana,
Hana.
who is
Hana.
that's Hana. That's the name, Hana. Chavera.
Havera.
Good, and that's friend, that's girlfriend. Chavera. Girlfriend.
Havera.
Chadasha.
Hadasha.
Yep, that's new. Girl, that's feminine, new. And you see that we have a half vowel, short vowel up front, and you have the hey at the end, making it a little longer. Chadasha.
Hadasha.
Remember, Hebrew words are typically accented in the back of the word. Hechaver,
Hechader.
which is the friend. Now, I've told you that ha, it means the. When you have a word that begins with a hey, like har, which is mountain, or he, chaver, which is friend, instead of saying ha chaver, they say he chaver. It's just convenience. It's just grammatical. Chaim,
Chaim.
which is life, right? It's also a male name, Chaim.
It's a what?
It's life and it's also a male name.
Oh,
Chaim.
hi.
Right,
A hi.
right. And you see, we have a dogish in the yud. Chaim. See, it's emphasized. Chaim.
Chaim.
Chacham. How's that for a word? Chacham.
Ha ha.
Chacham. Sorry?
Chacham.
What'd you say, Scott?
I was just pronouncing the word, chacham.
Okay, I thought you said it means wisdom or wise man. Chacham. Shachar,
Shachar,
which means dawn.
which
Dawn?
means
Dawn. Yep. And it
the
also
dawn.
the word shachor, which means black, because it's black is before the dawn. Bandana, go ahead.
No, it's shachar means the dawn.
Right.
Okay.
So what is the morning service? Shacharit.
Shacharit.
Yeah, it's the dawn service.
Shacharit.
Shacharit. Lachol,
Lachol.
which is weekday. And lachol means like secular. So it's the weekday because the weekday is secular. So Shachrit Lachol is the weekday morning service, as opposed to the Sabbath morning service, which would be what? Shachrit.
Shacharit Shabbat.
That's right. Shacharit Shabbat. That's right.
Shacharit Shabbat.
Very good. Okay. Line 3. Adonai.
Adonai.
This is God. Elohechem.
Elohechem.
Yep. Emet.
Emet.
Right?
Truth.
Yeah. The Lord our God is truth, right? We say that after the Shema. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Hama'ariv.
Hama'ariv.
Aravim.
Alavim.
Aravim.
Aravim.
Right? Notice we have the short vowel up front, right? And the E with the yud extending it.
Aravim.
Plural at the end. Aravim.
Aravim.
Maraviv, Aravim. Evening arrives. Ani.
Ani.
Ami. My people.
Ami. Ani.
Ami.
Does ani mean I?
Yeah, but it's not spelled like that. It's spelled with an aleph, not an ayin.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to watch these words.
Yeah. So what does this one mean? Ani?
Ani, I'm not really sure. I think it means poor. Okay, let's continue. Chavera.
Chadera.
Chadasha.
Chadasha.
Yep, a new girlfriend. Chavera. Chadasha.
Chavera. Chadasha.
Right? So, line 6. Amore.
Amore.
Amar.
Amar.
The male teacher said, Hine.
Hine.
Here is
Havera.
Havera.
Chavera.
Chadasha.
Chadasha.
Here is a new girlfriend. Okay.
Shem.
Shem, the name.
Name.
Hachavera.
Chavera.
Hachadasha.
Chadasha.
The name of the new girlfriend is Chana.
Anna.
So I guess they use a ha when the ha next to it has a short vowel. They wouldn't say he. Hechadasha. They would still say hachadasha. Hachadasha.
Ha.
8.
Ha.
Achavera.
Ha. Chavera.
Chana.
Ha. Hana.
Talmidah.
Almida.
Chachama.
Ooh.
Chachama.
Ha. Ma. Ha.
Chachama. Just one ma. Chachama. So the friend Chana is a wise student. Hachavera, Chana, the friend Chana, Talmidah, student, Chachama, wise. All in the feminine. Hana
Oh, no.
Hana.
lomedet
Lomedet.
chumash.
Chumash. Hana learns Chumash.
The chumash, right. Oh, I think ani here means my answer because 11, Hana
Hana.
anta.
Anta.
Hana answered,
Oh,
katuv,
Katuv.
writing, v'ahavta
Vehavcha.
l'reacha,
Le.
l'reacha
Reacha.
kamocha.
Hamo.
Mo.
Hamocha.
Yep. Which
Kamocha.
means, yep. What, all right, so this is the question, ma katuv batorah. What is written in the Torah? It is written, v'ahavta, and love, l'reacha, your fellow, kamocha, as yourself. Let's go to 13. Hamol
Hamol.
al
Al.
amecha
Amecha.
rachem
Rachem.
aleinu.
Aleinu.
Yep. Have pity upon your people. Chamul, pity al chamecha, pity on your people. Rachem, have mercy. Aleinu, have mercy on us. Paul?
Bal. Bal.
Oh, all right. This is an example when that ah is pronounced as an ah. Call Yisrael,
Okala.
Israel.
all of
Israel.
Israel, and you will see this ah written differently in certain places to point out, to emphasize that it's pronounced ah instead of the usual ah. You might see it bigger, or you might see like a little bar with a dot on. I've seen it done that way. But some places distinguish, some places you just kind of have to know. So it's call
Call.
Yisrael,
Israel.
all of Israel, Arevim
Arevim.
Zeh
Arevim ze.
Bazeh.
Azeh.
All Jews are responsible for each other. Zeh,
Bazeh.
Bezeh, this, and this.
Bazeh.
Okay, and we've come on and we've discussed our new words. Chavera, girlfriend. Hachama, smart feminine. Chadasha, new feminine. Chana, Hana, and Chumash, like you said, is the 5 books of Moses, Chumash, which comes from the word Chamesh, which means 5. And here are some prayers for you, and here's the Ashrei. Or part of it anyway. So 1, Yehi, Chavod,
Kavod.
Adonai,
Adonai.
Le'olam.
Leolam.
May the glory of God, Yehi, may Chavod, the glory or respect, Adonai of God, be forever. Le'olam. Yismach,
Yishmach.
make happy, Adonai,
Adonai.
b'ma'asav,
Bena asav.
his works. May the Lord rejoice in his works. Here's Ashrei. 10, Ashrei,
Ashrei.
Yoshvei,
Yoshvei.
Ve'techa.
Betecha.
So here's Yoshvei, dwell, right? Shave, which is sit, Shabbat, which is rest, and here we pronounced it dwell. 11, Od,
Od.
Yahalalucha,
Yahalucha.
Yahalalucha,
Sele. Selah.
Selah, Selah. Okay. We'll do this last one. Ashrei,
Ashrei.
Ha'am,
Ha'am.
Shekacha,
Shekacha.
Shekacha,
Lo.
Lo. Very good. Happy is the nation for whom this is so. Okay. All right. So here's that cut that we were talking about earlier, the one that I think looks like a Q. Okay, and it's kind of, it's if you want to really get down into the mud, it's kind of a harder sound than this. This is a k, and this is a k. See, in this, you can almost see a K here. K, 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 k. And it's a kuf. So you got the kaf and the kuf. A lot of guttural sounds in Hebrew. Almost sounds like Klingon. That's probably where they got it all from. Okay, line 1. Ka.
Ka,
Ha.
ka,
Ke.
ke,
Okay, good.
He.
ke,
He.
Ki,
He.
ki,
Ku.
ku, good.
Ku.
ko,
Ko.
ko,
Ko.
Good.
Ku.
And ku.
ku,
Good. Okay. Line 2. Ka,
Ka.
ka,
Ka.
ke,
Ke.
ke,
Ke. Ki.
ki,
ki,
Ki.
ki,
and then ki,
Ku.
ku,
ka,
ka,
Ka.
ka, not cat, ka.
Ka.
Make sure you don't make a sound because otherwise it can be confusing. Yeah, ka, ko,
Ko.
ku,
and ku. Okay, so we learned some more good words. Line 3.
Makim.
makom, makom,
Makim.
makom,
Oh, you're right. Makom.
Makom, which
Oops.
means place.
Yeah.
Kadosh,
Kadosh.
which means holy, right? Kedusha,
kedusha,
which is holiness.
Kedusha.
Kedusha. Here's Kedushim,
Kedushim.
right? Here's somebody's name. Yaakov.
Ya.
Yaakov,
Akov.
Yeah,
Jacob,
Yaakov.
Jacob, right?
Jacob, yeah,
Mak,
Mak.
di,
Makdi.
Shia,
Shem.
Matishim,
So we see an
Shim.
interesting construction here. So Kedusha, Kadoshim, Kadosh is holy. When you put the mem in front of a verb, makdishim, in certain ways, and I can't be expert on this. I don't know it as that well. Makdishim means to make holy. So it's kind of like I think they call it a reflexive verb or something like that. Makdishim, making holy. Instead of just Kedushim, holy, Makdishim, making holy. Okay. Ek,
Ek.
Ra.
Ek. Ra.
So Ek Ra means I will call. Sheker, Shek. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
Sheker.
Sheker, right? Which means, trying to think, it means denigrating.
Hmm.
Tier,
Tir.
Hawk.
Tir. Hawk.
Yeah. I think that means you will make fun of Rachot. I'm not sure. I can look it up. Kenne, set.
Kin.
Knesset.
Knesset,
Oh.
Knesset.
Knesset.
In fact, I think I will look that up.
Knesset.
Yep.
Idshanu, Idshanu,
Ki de sha. Here's that duh. See what that doggish does? Instead of saying ki sha, it's ki
Desha.
sha. Right. New.
Ki Deshanu,
Right. We will be holy.
Ki desha.
New.
Nu.
Hmm.
Kol.
Holy,
Ki
which is
Deshan,
voice. Kol. Okay. 5.
Wow.
Makom
Makom,
Mak.
kadosh.
Kadosh,
Holy place. Hamoreh
okay,
Amore.
sha'al.
oh,
The teacher
Sha'al.
asked Et,
Et.
right, direct object, Yaakov.
Yaakov.
Yep. Teacher asks Jacob. Okay, 7. Yaakov,
Yaakov.
ma,
Ma.
what? Ze,
Ze.
this,
Ze.
makom,
Yaakov.
Makon.
kadosh.
Kadosh.
What is this holy place? And Yaakov,
Yaakov.
Ana, answer,
Ana.
Beit,
Beit.
Knesset,
Knesset.
so the synagogue, house of assembly, makom,
Makom.
kadosh.
Kadosh.
The house of assembly, the synagogue is a holy place. 10. Yom
Yom.
HaShabbat,
HaShabbat.
hu,
Hu.
Yom
Yom.
Kadosh.
Kadosh.
The day of the Sabbath, who or is, it's used as is in this case, it's Hebrew. Yom Kodesh is a holy day.
Kadosh.
12. Katuv,
Katuv.
Batorah.
Batorah.
Katuv is written, Batorah in the Torah. Kiddoshim,
Kedoshim.
Ti.
Tor. Ti.
You shall be holy. Ki Kadosh. Ani, there's I, Ani, I.
Ani.
Adonai,
Adonai.
Elohechem.
Elohechem.
That because that I am holy, I am your God, I'm holy. Okay, now, what do you notice about this? I don't know if this was intentional when they put this down, but it's done this way in some texts. What do you notice? Anything? Okay. Notice this
Id.
and notice this.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
silent vowel is larger than this silent vowel. You will see this some places, like in the Siddur Lev Shalem. It's the new prayer book that the Rabbinical Assembly of Conservative Judaism came out with. Remember how I said up here that there are times when you will see two words together, where the second, right, two letters together in a word where they both have a silent vowel. And the second one gets its own syllable. So here in this word, you have Belechtecha. In some texts, the silent vowel here, because it's its own syllable and it has a dagesh, they will make it easy for you by making the silent vowel larger to stand out. So if you notice here, they do that so it's kadoshim, T-U. Kadoshim, because you're emphasizing it, you're giving it its own syllable, so they make the silent vowel a little larger for you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The two dots are actually larger than the others.
Oh.
They're
Yes.
they're boldened.
Yes, yes, they're emboldened.
I didn't notice that. I thought maybe that was just a printing.
Typo, right. Well, it could be, but in a lot of texts, that's what they do.
And the
Yeah.
second word, could you say that for me, please?
T-U.
Say again?
T-U.
T-U.
It's a little confusing because you have a hey with a silent vowel. So
Yeah.
actually, you're just you're almost not pronouncing it T-U. You can barely hear the breath. T-U. You shall be. That's what it means. Kadoshim, T-U. Holy you shall be. Remember, in ancient Hebrew, everything's backwards.
Mhm.
Okay, another word, Cain, which means yes.
Where?
So lo is no and Cain is yes. And actually, my understanding from what I've read is Cain, the word for yes is a fairly recent word. They didn't use the word Cain or yes in the Torah. All somebody did when you asked them a question, if the answer is yes, they just repeated what you said to acknowledge it.
Hmm.
And I think in Talmudic Hebrew, the word was aim, and then aim became there is not. I don't know, and then it became Cain. I don't know, it's weird how it all just evolved. All right, let's do one more letter. Let's do another letter. And we're getting to the end of this. Okay, this is a tet. This is another t. T as in tier on top, or tear. Okay, so what's the difference between that tet, that T, that t sound, and this t sound? Also, a lot of people confuse these two letters, the m and the t. See the difference between the mem and the tet? They both have this little thing here, but this one has an opening down here. This one has an opening up here. Tear on top. Okay, so what's the difference between this t and this t? In some older texts, some older volumes, you will see this letter transliterated as a th, as a softer t. This is a harder t. It's almost a duh. So you have a range of sounds. Duh, t, th. See, this is hard, moderate, soft. Duh, t, t, th, th. It's almost a softer T, like a TH. All right. So we learned some words here. Okay, first, number one, line one. Ah,
Ta,
ta,
ta, te, te,
te,
ti,
t,
ti,
t, right?
to,
Right? Because you're
yeah,
is the yud. To,
to, to,
to,
Two.
to,
and
to,
very good. Okay, so line two.
ta,
Ah,
ta,
ah,
te,
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 t,
ti,
T.
t,
ti, to, to,
To.
two.
to, to,
Very good. All right. What is this word? Talit.
talit.
A talent.
Talit. Very good. That's why a lot of people call it a talis.
Oh, yeah.
And the sa, this in Ashkenazic is an S. In
Talit.
Sephardic, it's a ta, but right between a ta and a sa, it's a th. Talit. Talit.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Tovia.
Tovia,
That's a boy's name. Tovia.
Tovia,
Yeled.
Yaled,
Tov.
To. Student?
Tovia is a good boy.
Oh, oh, Yaled is boy.
Yeled is boy.
Yaled.
Yeled, right. Yelda is girl. Okay. Tovia.
Tovia,
Talmid.
Talmid, To.
Tov.
He's a good student.
He's a good student. That's right.
To.
Tovia.
Tovia,
Lomed.
Lomed,
Learns the Talmud
the Talmud,
Torah.
Torah.
So Talmud
Tovia.
Torah is an idiom that means Hebrew school. Talmud
Uh-huh.
learning and Torah is Torah. Right.
Yeah. Tovia learns.
Mhm.
Lomed.
8. Litovia
Tovia,
yesh.
Yesh.
Utovia there is. So that's another idiom. It means Tovia has. yesh, two, there is, yesh is there is. And that's the
Yesh.
way, yeah. And that's the way they do possession in Hebrew. There is to me. Sidur,
Siddur.
vechumash.
The Chumash.
So Tovia has a prayer book and a chumash. Litovia,
Litovia.
yesh.
Yesh.
So to
Gam.
Tovia there is, Tovia has gam,
Gam.
also
Talit.
talit. Talit. There you go. And there's also tefillin in there too, but I don't see that here. Okay. One of our morning prayers. Elohai,
Elohai.
my God. Nishama,
Nishama.
the soul, and that comes from the word breath. Nishama is soul. Nishama. And tata,
Senatata.
that you gave, be, to
Be.
me. Tahora, he. It is
Tahora. Tahora.
he. Tahora is pure.
Tahora. He.
Yep. Okay. Baruch,
Baruch.
Hagever,
Hagever.
Asher,
Asher.
Yivtach, Badonai.
Badonai.
Blessed is the man that puts his trust in God. Okay. You know this, right? Hine, ma,
Hine. Ma.
tov. Here's
Matov.
what good, or how good. Ba can also be how. U, ma,
Uvma.
and how. Naim,
Naim.
nice. Shevet,
Shevet.
together, staying or being.
Ahim.
Brothers,
Gam.
Gam, also. Yachad, together.
Yachad.
How good and pleasant it is for friends to be together. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet chachim gam yachad. Okay, so we're out of time, but I'm just going to approach this real quick. The next letter, the next set of letters, the next compound letter we're going to do, this is a peh. And the word peh means mouth. See a mouth here? See that mouth?
Mhm.
Looks like a face, doesn't it? Put him his face. Peh means mouth. That's the way a lot of Hebrew letters are. They're like pictograms. And if you don't have a dagish, then it's a
The Fey.
and here's your final fe by pulling this thing down. Okay, very good, folks. We will pick this up next week. It is the week of Labor Day. So are we all okay with having a class, or you want to skip it? All right, good. We will meet next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel, and we will see you then. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
thank you, everybody. And I will put this up on the my website and on my YouTube so you can review.
Thank
Tada.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.